Welcome back from that break, and Nana Tufo Boateng has joined me on the set this morning. Nana, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, David.
Yeah.
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm super. Yeah, I'm excited about the day. Yeah, excited about the day. Interesting times. So now it looks like the energy in the country is shifting heavily against Galamsey. Unlike when we began the move, you know, when we did our stance against Galamsey. Initially, it was like, okay, just a few people, you know, but now it's like a whole massive movement, and it's ramping up.
Yeah,
you know.
and it's good, and it brings some level of relief to us.
Yes.
To know that we started something and it's caught up with the masses. Now people are beginning to understand what we've been saying all this while.
Yeah.
Remember that we didn't start this movement just yesterday.
No.
A few years back,
Yeah.
we initiated the Stop Galamsey hashtag. We went to river bodies. We brought samples of water that had been contaminated as a result of illegal mining. We pushed and pushed and pushed, but the support was not there.
Coming. Yeah.
But now it is catching up with everyone, and so it's a chorus from professional bodies, associations, unions, organizations. Everyone is singing the same song, as we have been singing all this while. And so, I mean, as you're saying, I am excited that it has caught this amount of fire, but my limitation or my disappointment here is that although we are getting the reaction we need, we're not getting the response. The expected response
from duty bearers.
From duty bearers.
Yeah.
You get it.
But
that's where the danger is.
But you see, eventually, it's going to pinch. And when it pinches, it will hurt.
But you see, that's what we do to ourselves as a people. You don't wait till it escalates to the point where it pinches before. Why are we so reactionary?
Well, you know, a bottle of imported water is about 15, 16 Ghana cedis. One bottle, 500 ml of imported water is about 15 Ghana cedis. A regular bottle of, let's say, Sky Water, for example, is about 1 CD, 50 pesos or so, right? Now, this already should be painting a picture for people that this is what it means, that if we are not able to produce water in Ghana anymore because of this menace that we are facing, irresponsible mining, instead of buying water for 1 CD 50 pesos or 2 CDs for a bottle of 500 ml bottle of water, you're going to be paying 16, 17 Ghana cedis. And now, this is just even at a time when the option of Ghana-made water is available. Imagine Ghana-made water is not available. The pressure and it will put on the imported water. We are talking 20, 25 Ghana cedis per bottle of water.
And you see, things are interconnected, intertwined. We don't even know what the currency will look like by the time we are importing water. And you see, if you're sitting somewhere, you think that, oh, this is far removed from you, it won't catch up with you. Densu is being polluted. It's coming. And if you're also thinking that you have the wherewithal and you can purchase water, I tell you this, do a simple mathematics. The money you would have spent on water, you can spend on something else. An investment that will bring returns. So please, I mean, I don't think we can say it's enough.
No, we can't say it's enough.
But we should all put our shoulders to the wheel and make sure that we put an end to illegal mining. Enough is enough.
It's enough.
Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Anyway,
it's quite sad.
Let's get into the papers. You want to start?
Yeah, let me start off with the Daily Graphic. I mean, a very, very phenomenal event, quite historic for me yesterday, because the Inter-Party Advisory Committee meeting for the first time was telecast live for all to see. And for me, like I've always been saying, the EC should be able to position itself in a way that's against the trust and confidence of the people. Because it is the one and only body in this country mandated to handle elections in Ghana.
Absolutely.
And so it should be seen as fair, it should be seen as transparent, its level of integrity should not be questioned. And so to organize such a meeting in the full glare of the public, kudos to the EC.
Absolutely.
And the promise that subsequent meetings will also be open to the media.
I like that. I really love that. Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
And my favorite on the day, on the day was Hassan Ayariga.
Hassan Ayariga.
That was my star of the day.
Oh, you see, when you're able to speak truth to power like that, it's beautiful.
My star of the day.
It's beautiful. I mean, anyways, this is our daily graphic captured the story. Says, we won't fail you. EC assures parties. And then when you move on from there, you have the National Health Insurance Scheme. Electoral asking that the scheme should provide free cover to people above 60 years. So says NHIS should provide free cover to people above 60 years.
Yeah.
You have John Mahama here. Mahama urges clergy to show interest in elections. That's also on the front page of the daily graphic. Back page, since we're in the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, there's a story here that says, stop stigmatization against breast cancer victims. There's a survivor speaking. And then the last one on the back page of the graphic says, government gears out to provide 166 million Ghana cedis interest-free loans to farmers. This stems out of the dry spell that we're witnessing in the country, actually biting heavily now in the affected areas. So,
All right. The Ghanaian Times says, Pastor, 5 others remanded following chaos on ARS church premises. Yeah, we have inter-party...
There's trouble in the house of God.
I know, right? Yeah. At the inter-party committee meeting, voters registered robust and ready for elections on December 7th. This is coming from the EC. We have NDC government will offer inspirational, compassionate leadership. This is the flag bearer speaking. We have organized labor threatens strike October 10th over Galamsey. That's what we have on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. On the back page it says, Yendi solar power plant comes on stream November. This is the Bui Power Authority CEO. Okay, good news there. It's a 50 megawatt solar power plant. Okay.
Great.
Right. Cool,
we need alternative sources of power. Have you noticed that the doom soil is creeping in?
Oh, yeah, but you know, I think Gridco and ECG came out with a joint press statement saying that there were some challenges with the gas supply
from Ghana Gas. And we need to actually follow up on that and find out what the level of repair is, if it's been restored. And of course, if it's been restored, how much gas is being generated on a daily, how much is being supplied, and then it can give us an idea of whether the thing is doom so or doom CSE. Anyway, so I'll take you to the Chronicle newspaper, and it has a picture of the former president and flag bearer of the NEC, John Dramani Mahama, on his knees with a number of pastors placing their hands on them. I think I can name almost all of them. Let's give it a shot. Okay, let's give it a shot. All right, so we see here, we have on the extreme, so we have Reverend Sam Kwanche Ankra, who's obvious there. Then we have Gordon Kise, that's next to him. Then we have Reverend Markwe, that's next to him. And then Usu Bempa, Reverend Usu Bempa next to him. And then we have our very own Stephen Wengham, Reverend Stephen Unison Wengham. And those are the ones I recognize from the front page there. Great stuff, great stuff. So if you're wondering what the occasion is, John Dramani Mahama yesterday met with the clergy, and this is how the Chronicle newspaper captures the story. It says, Reverend Owusu Bempa prays for Mahama to win polls. Okay, so that's that story from the meeting with the clergy yesterday by John Dramani Mahama, flag bearer of the NDC. Okay. And then if you go to the top right-hand corner of the paper, Pastor Love jailed 48 months for stealing a car. Ooh. Oh, gosh. Okay. We are working on the register. EC insists. That's from the IPAC meeting yesterday. And STEM schools perform well in YEA organized national competition. So that's it for the Chronicle newspaper. All right. Now, the News Center newspaper says, UNESCO lauds Ghana's RTI implementation as a model for Africa. We also have voters register. NDC fails to present evidence in televised IPAC meeting. Yeah, the Springfield to begin
Appraisal of FINA 1X well with deep sea bolster rig. We also have here organized labor to embark on strike from October 10th, and resettling Akosombo Dam victims, phase 2 to build 1,010 homes. Okay, what was phase 1, by the way?
Well, I mean, there was an initial plan to provide some housing units as relief for the victims. And that we understand about 115 of them are under construction already.
Okay.
And now we understand that, what, 1,000?
Yes, 1,000, just about.
I mean, I think the government should be able to, in as much as it plans to offer some level of support, it should be expedited.
Yeah.
We here were able to mobilize
within
Ghana
weeks. Yeah.
to provide relief for affected victims.
Within weeks.
And so for a government of Ghana, if we as a single media house was able to do all that we did, including a health facility, including shelter for displaced victims, shelters actually.
Shelters, yes, exactly.
Then government
in
of
different
Ghana,
locations,
I mean, good plans, but should be timely and should be expedited.
Beyond a certain point, it almost doesn't make sense anymore.
Exactly, that after what? 8 months?
Yeah, then...
And there are people still sleeping in schools?
The people would figure their lives out, you know, so... You know,
and you change the course of their lives. By no fault of theirs, a disaster hits, and it's taking us forever to bring some respite to them. I don't think it's fair to them as a people.
The final one here is 800,000 farmers get food grants, 25 kilo rice and 100 kilograms of maize for each person. All right, so that's it.
Very well. Let's look at the Herald, Larry Dogbe's Herald. Multiple claims on Nana Asante Bedietu's health. Oh, okay. That's the executive secretary to the president, for those wondering. Bawumia Mahama locked in close contest over 2024 elections. Polls show divergent results. Okay. Did you see the one by Global Info Analytics?
Yeah, 51.1%
for Mahama.
For Mahama,
And with Cheddar making inroads in the
major inroads. Major inroads, It's
interesting.
It's interesting. I mean, I kind of like the way things are going in terms of politics. It can be a bit acrimonious sometimes, and you feel as if we're on the edge of something untoward. But thankfully, I mean, especially from yesterday's IPAC meeting, you get a sense of an easing of tension. It's like in a room, yes, you get heated, but people eventually calm heads prevail. We see that AEC is not necessarily doing anything funny, there's no shenanigans going on there. The transparency for me, that everybody across the foot soldiers and everyone alike across the country can watch and see for themselves that there's no shenanigans going on anywhere.
And it's important because you see, previously what had been happening is that the IPAC meeting is closed door.
Yes.
And so when they come out, Party A is telling us their own version of what happened in there.
Yes.
Party B is telling us their own version. And they are knocking our heads together like something. Now it's open, it's transparent. We all can see what happened. I believe the people of Ghana are discerning enough to interpret whatever transpired at that meeting. And so we'll have cool heads prevailing in the country while we go into election 2024.
Absolutely.
And the various stakeholders, please, let's maintain that. Let's not come back and throw dust in the eyes of the people, brainwash people to get them to do our bidding, all because of power. I mean, it's not fair. Just by the way, the NDC issued a statement yesterday. Remember, Dr. Omane Buama mentioned at the meeting that the party was going to meet. So there was a functional executive committee meeting after the IPAC meeting, and after which they issued a statement accepting or agreeing with the EC's concession of some of the issues they had raised with the register, and also welcoming the EC's decision to provide a revised provisional voters register. However, they're asking for a multi-party stakeholder audit, if you want, of the EC's IT system. So gradually we're shifting from the voters register itself to the IT
to the system that creates this.
The register. It's so interesting times ahead.
I like it. I like it.
Okay, this one says Ghana Mine Workers Union rejects claims of coup in FGR Blue Gold lease termination. Ghana Armed Forces leave GBC exposed to attack as it withdraws soldiers. We've always known the Ghana Armed Forces to be stationed at
Why
GBC.
are they withdrawing soldiers, though?
I'm sure the details are in the story. Okay. And then when you go to page 10 of the Herald, you have highlights of the NDC and MPP manifestos on tax reforms. So that's it.
I was on the premises a week ago, and
GBC?
Yeah, and there were soldiers there. So I don't know if it's something that's happening in the last couple of days, or so. You know, we can read the story.
Yeah, I'm sure people can get the details when they grab a copy of the paper.
Okay.
The details are in there.
All right. The Daily Guide says here, Pastor Love jailed 4 years for stealing. NDC's voter register allegations baseless. MPP speaking. 2024 elections. Provisional register errors corrected. This is coming from the EC. And Nana swears in 21 new judges. And we have Dr. Okuboy joins Gavi board. All right. So that's what we have for the Daily Guide.
All right. I'll take you to the Ghanaian publisher. Ghanaian publisher this morning says, Jean Mensah rubbishes audit call. It's premature and unnecessary. Okay. Haptel refutes impropriety in ECG deal. STEM schools excel in YEA competition. Baumia promises innovative solutions. That's it for the Ghanaian publisher this morning.
Okay, my final paper is the Republic Press, and it says farmers get $500 million bailout as dry spell bites. EC calls out NDC as Omane Boama goes to IPAC empty-handed. We have labor unions threaten government announces nationwide strike over Galamsey. We have LPG's Kofi Akpaloo dismisses NDC's call for forensic audit of voters' register.
His countenance and demeanor yesterday.
I know.
Quite an interesting guy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Also, Bempa leads prayer for Mahama and Obaba Christie's. Okay, you know what? Obaba Christie's ex-husband, Pastor Lovely. I don't know why are you drawing Obaba Christie into this story? I mean, just leave it at.
I don't see the relationship here
at all. It doesn't make any sense. You know,
he's an ex-husband.
Yeah,
he's been found foul of the law.
And they've been over for some time now.
Exactly.
So it's not as if it's you can even draw a union there.
Their own
I don't understand that.
Be doing some of these things. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right.
Yeah.
All right, the final one for me is the Informer. Informer says, elections 2024, we won't compromise our integrity or independence. EC shreds forensic audit request, insists NDC has no proof. Okay. There's a chief speaking here who says Baumia has excelled, elevate him. Chief urges Ghanaians. I'm sure we'll know or we'll find out which chief it is on page 4 of the Informer newspaper. Okay. Scandal rocks Ghana Post. 4.1 million Ghana cedis blown on a 2-4 commemorative stamp. 4.1 million. Obua, good morning. Bye, so say
That's a lot of money.
I'm sure if investigations are conducted into it, we'll know the veracity or otherwise of this. But 4.1 million Ghana cedis.
That's a lot of money. Yeah. It's almost like the 4.5 million that was spent on the tags.
Yeah, for the Africa Games. Towards holistic national development, let's embrace innovation, positive mindset. This is Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, MPP, speaking.
All right, a few online stories here. We have the church must take a stand in Galamsey fight. This is Sam George. Sam George, of course, was with Umar Sanda on the face-to-face yesterday. Galamsey, NLC to meet today over organized labor's intended strike. We have election 2024. Choose number 1 on ballot paper, Akufo-Addo to Ghanaians. NDC demands multi-stakeholder inter-party examination of EC's IT system. Okay. And let me just give you a final one before we go for sports. Election 2024. I am the preferred alternative to MPP NDC. This is Alan Tremerton speaking, of course.
John Alan,
Yes.
Kwadwo,
Yes.
Chairman Team,
Yes.
Jack,
Oh.
with 2 Ks.
Oh. Jack wants to return.
Jack with 2 Ks. John Alan, Kwadwo, Chairman Team. But on the Sam George, I think I heard him also mention that, on the proper human rights and values bill, they were going to organize a demonstration. On, I think Tuesday, October 8th.
Yeah.
Yes, but I've also heard Richard Sky speak to this matter. His demonstration actually is on delays with the various cases relating to the bill at the Supreme Court, wanting the CJ to expedite hearings.
Yeah.
But I've heard Richard Sky explain that his petition, the court has directed that the various parties file a response, and none of them have
filed a response.
Exactly. So he's at a loss as to why we're now mounting pressure on the CJ to expedite hearings when you have not filed
a response. Interesting times. Well,
quite confusing. Anyways, thank you so much, David.
Thank you very much. Well, sports is next.